Welcome everyone. Let's discuss another question from GATE 2021 Biotech exam. The question says, in a Mendel's dihybrid experiment, a homozygous pea plant with round yellow seeds was crossed with homozygous plant with wrinkled green seeds. F1 intercross produced 560 F2 progeny, the number of F2 progeny having both dominant traits, that is round and yellow, and we need to find out the correct number. Let's have a look what all information is given. It's an example of dihybrid cross, which means there is an involvement of two characters, and those two characters are seed shape and seed color. There are two traits for this character, which is round and wrinkled. Round is dominant over the wrinkled, so a single copy of capital R is sufficient enough to show its phenotype. So it could be capital R, or capital R, small r. This is homozygous, which is carrying two copies of the same allele. This is heterozygous. As I said, a single copy of capital R is sufficient enough to show its phenotype because capital R is dominant. Wrinkled, for a plant to show its wrinkled phenotype, the genotype has to be a small r because wrinkled is recessive and it has to exist in a homozygous condition. Similarly, for the seed color, it could be either yellow or green. It's given yellow is dominant. So a single copy of capital Y is sufficient enough to show its phenotype. However, green is recessive, so it has to exist in a homozygous state. Now, with all this information, let's try to solve this question. So it says that a homozygous pea plant with round yellow seeds given homozygous, so the genotype has to be capital R, capital Y, crossed with a homozygous plant with wrinkled green seeds. Which could be a small r, small y. These are the parents. Consider this as a male and this as a female. The kind of gametes this parent can produce is capital R, capital Y, and this parent can produce is a small r, a small y. These gametes will fuse to form progeny of a genotype capital R, capital Y, small y at the first filial generation, and the phenotype is going to be round and yellow. As said, both the two, round and yellow, are dominant, and a single copy of capital R and capital Y is sufficient enough to show this phenotype. The next part of the question says, F1 intercross produced 560 F2 progeny. So the F1 genotype is capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, and it was intercrossed. So the other parent has to be capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. You can consider this as a male and this as a female parent. Now, what it has been asked, the number of F2 progeny having both dominant traits, that is round and yellow, and we all know that the genotype for such progeny is going to be capital R dash, capital Y dash, because this could be either small r or capital R. Same here, it could be either small y or capital Y. Now, what we can do to make our calculation simple, we can consider one trait at a time, considering the monohybrid cross. So let's consider this capital R, small r coming from the female parent and this capital R and small r coming from the male parent. The two alleles will get segregated based upon the law of segregation, and the probability of one of the gamete to carry capital R is half, and the other gamete to carry small r is half for the male gamete, and the same thing is going to happen for the female. And then these segregated alleles will fuse together to form the progeny of the given genotype, which could be capital R, capital R, capital R, small r, capital R, or small r, small r. And what I'm looking for the progeny having a genotype capital R dash, or the progeny having a single copy of a capital R. And what are those progeny? It could be this one, or the capital R small r, or small r capital R. And by following the law of addition, the value is going to be 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. And the probability is going to be 3 by 4. So as we can clearly see, out of 4, the 3 are going to be round, while this is going to be wrinkled because there is not a single copy of a capital R allele. Similarly, we'll do the similar kind of a cross for capital Y small y with capital Y small y. One of the parent is female, the other one is male. These alleles will get segregated, and the probability is half both for the male as well as the female gamete. And then these segregated alleles will fuse together to form these progeny with the given genotype. And these are the values of the probability. And what we can see, the progeny having a genotype of capital Y dash is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. I'm talking about these three genotypes. And this again is going to be 3 by 4. So what is the probability for the progeny to carry capital R dash and capital Y dash? By applying the law of multiplication, this is going to be 3 by 4 into 3 by 4, which is going to be 9 by 16. However, it's given in the question that there are total 560 progeny. So 9 by 16 of 560 is going to be 315. So the final answer is the number of F2 progeny having both dominant traits, round and yellow, is 315. I hope this answer is clear to each and every one of you. If you do have any confusion, feel free to comment in the comment section. Thanks for watching the video.